Right, another one of my favourites on the UFO series, entertainment. What do they do for entertainment? Now, a lot of them, because the system always starts the same on a planet with life, you will get all the full range of animals and things, right from amoeba right to elephants, mammoths, dinosaurs, whatever, depending on whether the conditions are right. But you will get eyes and ears, something to hear sound and something to look at light. You'll always get that. And when you get as inquisitive and thoughtful as us, there will be sounds that you like listening to and things you like to see. So that's where our music and video and everything else industry comes in. Now at the moment what happens is you have to form a band. That's quite easy. Just go to your mates, ask them, you know, get them to all play instruments or whatever, or become a singer, or pick up the guitar like this girl is, very early age. A lot of musicians are starting at a very early age at the moment, but you only seem to get somewhere if you're recognised, get a record deal, and even, I mean, when I've had 4 studios myself with all the equipment in, and in fact, in my shed in Wales, I've actually still got all my music. The only thing I haven't got is the Marshall speakers and the Marshall amplifiers. I sold all those because I bought direct injection equipment, which puts the guitar straight into the mixer and everything. So didn't need any of that. So yeah, and basically even when I took a band down to Pete Waterman's place in I can't remember where it was. Elephant and Castle, something like that. And yeah, it's great in there. You know, all the people who he had made hits for, like Kylie Minogue and all that, all on the wall. Loads of equipment. They signed a deal. We sat in a big office. Everything was done. Never really heard again. Then they suddenly got a message saying the deal was off. They wrote, I handed the whole house and the studio over to them. Did all the, they did all their music, made loads of tracks, sent them all off, and then were turned down. So obviously they were, when you're turned down for something like that, I've seen the devastation between the woman and the man who were a couple, and the I don't know, everything. Anyway, now these programs you get, like Pop Star, The Idols or whatever, and The Voice and The Kids' Voice and all that, 50,000 people might apply and turn up for auditions, but only one gets through. All the others are disappointed and generally aren't ever seen again. Okay, it's made some very big people, very big hits, but that's only because of the organisation they've got pushing from behind. But they are, from that day on, are pushed to beyond their limits, basically. And some of them don't end up with any money these days. It's only the record company, a Fat Cat, Simon Cowell or whoever. Now, the system they use here, now we had a charts system, we probably still got it. Album charts, singles charts, 1 to 30 or 1 to 60 or 1 to 100 or whatever. I always used to listen to it on the radio. And yeah, what happens is you get a YouTube type, worldwide or planet-wide YouTube type setup, like we're watching here. And you can put all the videos and all the music and anything else on that, all the tuition, all the education goes on it, because it's audio visual. Kids at home do a lesson in one day, and at the end of it they're allowed to choose something. They get a reward for finishing that bit of the lesson. If they do that before lunchtime and go to the next lesson. They can do 2 lessons a day. You know, it's not like in the school where you can only go a certain way because some kids are behind, some kids are up front, but the teacher only teaches you that much because they've got a set plan. You can race ahead. If you didn't get it right, you do it again the next day. So all that goes on, but that's not entertainment. But the entertainment, the kids earn the entertainment for passing the YouTube video of that lesson for that day, or half a day, or a quarter of a day if you're really good. So you can look on the Argus catalogue of stuff which you can't go and buy. You have to earn it as a kid, basically. No money involved. It just turns up once you've passed the lesson. That's how it works on most of these 450 other planets. Have all got the same system. The kids, if they have to learn something, there's a lot of things cut out, like stuff we don't need. They are taught, like for instance algebra. Okay, everyone says we use algebra every day, but you won't need that because there's no money. You don't have to budget or check the bank or do anything like that at all. You just say, oh, I'm hungry, and it turns up at the door. So entertainment, yeah, all the music goes on. And what happens is you can pick up a microphone or into your telephone and go, upload it, or not even upload it, it goes straight on the system. There's no uploads. It just puts it on, and that will come somewhere in the chart. Now the chart is as long as there are songs. So it could be number 16 billion in the charts. But if people listen to it, it goes up one. Somebody else listens to it, or more people listen to it than the next one up. So it's moving up and down all the time. But it never goes off the end. Now if you've done something good, you put that on. By the way, every time somebody listens to your track, you get a percentage going to your centre of excellence. So if you write songs, you can write a song, you can put it on there, and if someone listens to it, you get a percentage closer to going to your centre of excellence that you've chosen, i.e. holiday, hobby, camping, whatever. Mind you, camping isn't on there because that's anyone can go. So yeah, video the same. If you do a film like we're doing here, that goes onto the YouTube type system. And but you know, I knew about all this 15, 20 years ago, and wasn't just not clever enough to do anything about it. But I'm telling you now what's going to happen in the future. I've got a feeling that some people make money out of YouTube videos. I don't know how they do that, but that's another way, you see. But there isn't any money. So basically, if somebody looks at your video and it jumps a place, or just even looks at it, you get a percentage closer to going to your centre of excellence. As soon as you've passed the threshold, you just pack your bags and go. You know, everything's free there. Obviously there's no money, so everything's free. Everything's the best, because there isn't any such thing as value engineering, because value engineering is a money-based problem. But this cuts out all the fat cats, anyone who's tried to make... Now, if you want to do a really good record, you put it on the job system, on your mobile, and people will ring you saying, right, come on then, come to the studio. You go to the studio, make your record, they get going closer to their centre of excellence for making your record, then you put it on the system and it goes up and up and up, or down and down and down. But every time somebody listens to it, you get the equivalent percentage closer. So that's another way for people to earn money. Almost like doing these YouTube videos. You can do one, doesn't matter what you say on it, you can still upload it, and you know, somebody will look at it. But there's a chart system. Obviously the most watched video is at the front, and the least watched one's right at the back, because it will probably be rubbish and white noise, and people will put all kinds of things on. But the system finds the place for them. No matter how bad or good they are, the people will vote. It won't be Simon Cowell's company pushing them, saying, yes, you can go to this radio interview, you can go to that radio interview. And then you're also anonymous. You've got a stage name, might be your face, but you've got a stage name. Unless you want to be famous. And then you can start applying for radio interviews and things like that, which the interviewer gets to go to a percentage closer to their centre of excellence, and so do you for entertaining people on the radio. So it all works like that. That's the whole entertainment system in one little bundle. There isn't any middlemen. If you want to make a film, you put your idea into an ideas section, and people will grasp onto it and say, yes, I'll do a bit of that, I'll do the pyrotechnics, I'll do the costume and all that. And everyone who gets in, when the film comes out, they'll get closer to their centre of excellence. There's no having to get money for a film budget, because there isn't any money. It's all, oh, that's a good idea. I do costumes for war films or whatever. Put my name down. You know, and so it goes on like that, and there's dead easy, no money involved. Everyone gets to put their dream onto tape or onto film, or there's no film as such, into the system. All the you know, records and cassettes and all that sort of thing are all in their own centres of excellence, and you can go there and see every single cassette ever made, or every single CD ever made, or every single record ever made, and all their players, all in a big museum situation. And obviously there's going to be millions of them in there, so that's, you know, you can have a centre of excellence just for vinyl records, which will be a very small amount of work to be done to go to it. Yeah, so all the entertainment backwards, all the black and white films, every bit of film and every advert and everything ever made will all go to its various centres of excellence. There'll be digital copies and hard copies, preserved hard copies. So also the mobile system has the 20% worldwide memory, and every digital song or video or anything ever made is all stored on those, but in bits all over the world, so that if there's a problem somewhere and a meteorite wipes out half your globe, everything's still stored over this side. So that all comes back to the mobiles, and then you can get it all again in seconds. You know, and a lot of planets have had to do that, because you think, you know, you see the odd shooting star here and you think, oh my God, one day it's going to be a big one. And it has been a few times. You know, there's massive holes in the desert where stuff's hit. The big hole between South and North America, that was the big one. That was a couple of miles across, that one. So, you know, we have to be ready for that. At the moment, if a server farm's hit, or catches fire or something, all the data's lost. If you go on your computer and suddenly the hard disk crashes, or you have a fire, all your photos are lost. This system doesn't lose anything. Every bit of printed matter that it ever existed, all the videos, all the records, everything is all on the whole worldwide system. How much we got? I think that says 14, so we've got quite a long way. Now let's have a think. What else do we have to cover? Centres of excellence for all the old types of entertainment. And of course there's all the concerts. You know, if you're a person who is doing well with your music, you know, you can start saying to people on the tracks, I'm doing a concert so and so. And because of the transport system on some of these planets is terrifically fast, many more people come to your concerts from a wider area. You know, doing 2,000 miles an hour in a tube underground, there's no need for aircraft. So you can get to places where people are going to perform, and then you say, right, I'm going to do a concert. I want to do a concert at such and such a place. They come back with a date. The PA man comes in, the lighting man comes in. Remember, it's all the best stuff, because there's no value engineering. You're not saying, oh, I can only afford 3 lights. No, you get everything thrown in, and to your design. You get a designer come, because it's all free, and they want to go to their centres of excellence, so they're going to come and do the job. So that's how you know how your concerts will work. Sporting events, same thing. You just say, we want to play so and so at that address, that stadium. That's all fixed up. I think they should be free myself, but some of the bigger events you might need to do something to get the centre of excellence thing up a bit. To say, I want to go to this concert, what do I have to do? And they'll just tell you 2 jobs. You know. The other thing is, nobody on these planets works the equivalent of what we work. The the system is trying to get to 0 employment, not 0 unemployment. It's trying to, so that we're all in leisure, and some of the rough jobs they've got robots doing, and some of the factories are fully automatic, in the dark, a bit like we've got here. They're all underground, so the top is returned back to vegetation, because they had oxygen. A lot of them have got the same problem as us, but some up to 10,000 years time. You know, which we're never going to get there at this rate, as you all know. It's pretty obvious now, isn't it? There's these people who say, well, no, there's no global warming, it's just a cycle. Yeah, it's a cycle that we're increasing. We're making it worse. So back to entertainment. Everything gets preserved. Piles of CDs that people have got. Now, because you won't need to keep all your records and things at home from generations ago, that handed down to you, you can hand those to the Centre of Excellence, and everyone else can see them too. You don't have to have a house full of junk, because you can go and see that and play with all the other records that ever existed at the same time, and bring them back, you know, digitise them, put them, or they'll already be digitised, because that'll be the job of the people at the Centre of Excellence, and bring them back on your mobile. But you'll have access to every piece of music ever made. You'll have access to on your mobile anyway. Every video ever made, every film ever made, you will have access, live streaming. There'll be nothing stored on your except your personal details and things like that. Obviously no money. You don't need any banking, you don't need any credit cards. There's none of that's all cut out. In fact, that knocked the unemployment down, or brought the unemployment up, when they first went on those systems. Because nearly all of them had some sort of token or something to exchange for stuff, because it was just easier. Here it was easier than saying you had a lamb and you wanted a bag of flour. You used to say to the bloke, yeah, give us 2 bags of flour for this sheep. You know, there was no money. But when people started mining gold, that was different. But gold can be used for jewellery, but is much, you know, there's way too much jewellery made in the world now for us all to wear. But gold has got to go to electronics. Most of it. Maybe not stuff that's already made, but all the bars and all the rubbish and the stuff people store away, won't have to store that away anymore. You don't have to store stuff away for a bad day, because there isn't any. They're all the same. Right, we've got 19 minutes. So what else can we say about entertainment? I saw many different types of, and different weird sounds and all sorts of things. I mean, I don't think we've even scratched the surface. we say that you know, people are resurrecting old hits and resurrecting old musical instruments and all that, and everything's going round in circles. But some of the stuff I saw, or was shown to me, was like, well, out of this world, if you like. That's a funny one. Yeah. So yeah. So that's as far as we've got, and those early bands in the 70s are going to become the sort of kingpin legend. The 60s and 70s and all that, and even the 50s and the, you know, we've covered most sounds now. There doesn't seem to be many new musical instruments, although I've seen some stuff on YouTube that look not similar but along the same lines as what was on that screen. So that was quite amazing too. Some of the gear they had, I think they've got one on YouTube at the moment, which is like a big wooden wood-made item that there's marbles running everywhere, and the marbles are hitting different sounding pieces of wood, and it sounds amazing. But look at the CCTV. Lots of headlights. So yeah, really, that's the entertainment side of it. There's a lot of different entertainment. Nothing to do with animals. No killing animals. They gave up that a long time ago because they realised that actually a bull in a bullfighting ring has got a rib cage and lungs and everything virtually in the same place as us. The only thing that's different is it's not so clever as we've got. So really, when you put a bull in a bull ring and get it killed, you're actually killing somebody, almost a person, who just isn't as clever as you. Now they realised this very early on. I think we're a bit late, actually. You know, killing anything with anything organic and as the same size as us or small or even smaller, you know, is pretty much against the against any morals really, here or there, you know. So yeah, so that's entertainment for you. There's lots of other entertainment, but all the centres of excellence for things like nightclubs, restaurants, posh restaurants, loud restaurants, quiet restaurants for romance, you know. Everything is purpose built and of the best quality and the best stuff. There's your entertainment. You know, all the hobbies, all at centres of excellence. If you're very, very good at your hobby and want it at home, then everything you've built at the centre of excellence you take home. Because what we can't do in the future is waste resources. That won't be a possibility. It's not like here where we can get a car, go and crash it, and then put it in the scrapyard and someone else deals with it. You won't be able to do that. That will come very quickly. That will. In fact, it started now. We're recycling plastics and things. But plastics, yes, another thing, see. There, everything is not recycled, it's built so it can be used again. Because if you think about it, plastic, you have to heat it up again. Glass, you've got to heat it up. All that heat goes in the air. So, there's nothing. Yeah, firework displays, everything. You know, if you want a firework display at your wedding, you say, I want a firework display. That goes automatically to all the people in your area who do firework displays. There you go. Go as big as you like. Money isn't the problem. There might be people who want to test all their new products, you know. So yeah, I'm running out of things to say about entertainment, but all the sound and the vision, big charts-based system, billions of items long, and whatever you produce goes on that. And not only that, you can put an upgraded version. So like I've done here, this will be UFO Entertainment v01. If I think of something else, I'll put v02. See, very simple. Right, okay, better go. Thank you very much.